going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So this is a video I have been getting asked about so much to make. I mean, like, I think every other video that I've been making about Destined Rivals, somebody's been in the comments being like, hey, when do you make the video about Destined Rivals ETB, make the video about Destined Rivals ETB. I've seen an insane amount of comments. some people in the comments told me that these Destined Rivals ETBs will be feeding families. That's how expensive these things are going to be, and I bet you they will be expensive. So I will be doing, this is the video that everybody's been asking me to make. I'm going to try to make it here. Before we really get into this, I kind of want to make a big disclaimer here. This is just a theory video. This is not 100% tell. I'm going to show y'all some information and kind of go by and kind of back up what I'm saying here and the dates that I'm predicting and stuff like that. I'll tell you that. I'll actually predict it times too. I'm going to show y'all some real actual evidence of why I'm saying these times, and I'm going to kind of go by that. Okay, I just want to put that out there before I put this out there. And so far, me personally, I'm 1 for 2 right now for these prediction, I guess, videos or whatever like that. Because if y'all don't know, a lot of people do know, but I predicted about Destined Rivals coming out. I made this video right here, how to get joining together Pokemon Center ETBs. I made that prediction for Thursday of that week, and guess what? 2 days later, they dropped. Joining Together drop. And that I also made another video recently about Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETBs will be coming out on Pokemon Day. I was wrong about that. I mean, that was kind of a shot in the dark, I'm not gonna lie. That was like a 90% sure that it wasn't gonna work, but 10%, you mean like that, it was just something to look out for. So in this video, I'm gonna be putting a whole different things, kind of going through a lot of different dates, a lot of different times to look out for. And at the end of this, I'll kind of be predicting the time that I can say personally that I would think so. Like I said, not 100% sure. This is just a theory. Just a theory. I'm covering myself right there, okay? So don't get mad at me if I'm wrong here, okay? I'm just gonna show y'all some knowledge. You can do what you want with this information to make a best prediction for yourself as well, okay? And at the end, I'm gonna give y'all some tips and tricks to do to kind of be ready for this date whenever it does come. And if you do know about it, okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, let's go. So today we're gonna be talking about Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB and how to get it. If you don't know, Pokemon Center ETBs are one of the most sought after products right now in the Pokemon hobby, like absolutely insane. Like the prices for these are astronomically insane. It's crazy. Look at 151, almost 500 bucks. I think honestly, if I'd have to say so myself, I don't want to put this knowledge out there to kind of make it happen, but I think Destined Rivals ETBs are going to be even more pricey. I honestly do. I can see a Destined Rivals ETB being between 151 and Prismatic Evolutions. We'll have to see what really happens there. You know what I mean? We'll have to see what happens. But all right, now let's get to the information. Just wanted to kind of put that out there right there. Okay, like I said, this is just a prediction. I'm gonna put that out there, make sure you 100% know that. So what you're gonna do, okay, so I'm gonna look at some dates now. Okay, all right, well, if you don't know, we're gonna be going through this. So Prismatic Evolutions was dropped on January 17th. Okay, January 17th. It was dropped on January 17th. Okay, remember that. That's whenever it came out. So whenever the Pokemon Center ETBs were announced for Journey Together was, guess what? It was January 9th. Okay, so let's just go look at some dates real quick. Like I said, we're gonna be looking at a lot of dates, a lot of times in this video, so get ready, get prepared. Okay, so Prismatic Evolutions was dropped January 17th. Journey Together Pokemon Center ETBs, or at least a set was announced January 9th. Okay, just remember that. Okay, now let's go into the next one. So Surging Sparks was released on November 8th here. Okay, November 8th. Now let's go to November 8th. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna be looking at a lot of dates here. November 8th at November 8th. Okay, look, November 8th. I would have to say it did come out, I guess 12 p.m. or something like that, or whatever like that. You mean like that? It came out that day, but they announced it later on. And I would have to say this too as well. Look at the date. Let me look at the time. Look at the time for Journey Together. Journey Together was announced at 9:02 a.m. The Pokemon Center ETBs came out, I think maybe like 15 minutes or so before that. Honestly, I think they did. Okay. And that we go to Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETBs. They were announced November 1st. What is November 1st? November 1st, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, this is all by Eastern Standard Time. If you don't look at Pacific Standard Time, it is 3 hours prior to whatever this is. So I just want to tell you that. Okay. Well, now if we go to the next product that was announced, Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown came out on September 13th. Okay, September 13th. Now if we go to the one that was released before that, it was Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks was announced August 22nd. September 13th was when Stellar Crown was kind of shown. Okay, and let's go to September 13th. September 13th was whenever Stellar Crown came out. Okay. Now if we go to whenever Surging Sparks was announced, it was announced August 22nd. Now August 22nd was a Thursday, okay? And guess what time it was? 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Okay, you're gonna start seeing a pattern here. You're gonna start seeing a little bit of pattern. I would have to say this, the Surging Sparks and kind of this one was like the weirdest one to me personally, and that's why I kind of want to put this video out as soon as possible, so you can kind of, like, we can kind of see some dates here, okay? Because it's gonna start adding up, and you're gonna see a lot of similarities here, okay? You're gonna start seeing a lot of similarities. So, August 22nd, Stellar Crown came out on September 13th. Okay, that was like a 2-week period before that, which is kind of interesting to me. But like I said, we'll be going into that more here in a little bit. I'm just going to kind of break some dates down and everything like that, and then we're going to keep going with this. Okay. So Shrouded Fable came out on August 2nd. Okay, August 2nd, it came out. It was officially release date. So the Pokemon Center ETB for the one before that, the set before that, was Stellar Crown. The Stellar Crown got announced on June 27th. This is the weirdest one to me personally, but like I said, you're gonna start seeing some patterns here and kind of explaining what this all makes sense in a little bit. So Stellar Crown was announced and the Pokemon Center's ETBs came up on the market. So I would have to say this, I guess I didn't say this earlier, whenever the set is announced, whenever they kind of give previews for this set, that is whenever the products are available, get available on the Pokemon Center website, and you can go to the Pokemon Center website and able to pre-order. Okay. Well, like I said, you're gonna start seeing some similarities here. No, this one was announced June 27th. So June 27th was a Thursday at, guess what, 9 a.m. Like I said, you're starting to see some similarities. So Twilight Masquerade came out on May 24th. Okay, now look at the one before that. Shrouded Fable was announced on May 16th. Okay, Twilight Masquerade came out on May 24th, and guess what, Shrouded Fable was announced, or the Pokemon Center ETBs came up on Thursday at 9 a.m. on May 16th. Like I said, you're starting to see some similarities here. The only one that was kind of weird to me was this one right here, Stellar Crown. That was a little bit weird to me, but like I said, well, it'll make sense more here in a little bit. Tempo Forces came out and was officially released on March 22nd. Okay, March 22nd. And now, the day before that, the one that was released, Twilight Masquerade, was kind of announced that it's coming out on March 14th. Tempo Forces came out on March 22nd, and then Twilight Masquerade ETBs were announced on March 14th. So what am I seeing with some similarities here? So if you don't know, Pokemon always typically does these before a new set comes out. Before a new set actually comes out, like the next set, what is the next set coming out? It is Journey Together officially coming out. Before that set officially comes out, Pokemon Center typically announces, or the Pokemon Company typically announces the next set after that. That is Pokemon's kind of thing they've been doing for a little while now. They kind of have already been doing this, as you see before this. Every time before the set was announced, even with Stellar Crown being a little bit of weird, like how the dates were and stuff like that, how far apart it was. That was the weirdest one to me personally. I mean, you know what I mean, like that. But it seems like within the last 3 or 4 sets, Journey Together, Prismatic Evolutions, and Surging Sparks, those ones were announced a week or 2 before the set being officially coming out and stuff like that. I'm sorry if I'm not really, I guess, putting out there, I guess, the best way possible. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, all we were really looking at here was the times, 9 a.m. That's what I'm saying. Okay, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, just know that a couple weeks prior to at least the main set coming out, or the set coming out, is you get the product of the next set kind of announced already, if that kind of makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Now let me break it down to what we're talking about right now. Okay. Well, if you don't know, Journey Together comes out on March 28th. So what day is March 28th? That is a Friday. We still have about 2 weeks away, for this to come out. So within this time period of these next 2 weeks before Journey Together officially comes out, I can bet that, I can tell you this, I can promise you this, that we will be getting Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETBs in the whole entire set, at least like announced on for Pokemon coming out. Okay, we've had that every single time that I've seen so far, and maybe the last 5 to 6 to 7 sets that Pokemon Center, or the Pokemon Company, has announced the next set before that set comes out. Okay, I think there was like 1 set that I seen was kind of announced after that. But at the same time, if y'all don't know, Destined Rivals gets announced, or gets officially released, May 30th. So we're getting closer and closer to May 30th. So within the next couple weeks, I can tell you, before March 28th, we will be getting Destined Rivals officially revealed from the Pokemon Company, and guess what? We will be able to pre-order Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETBs. So now I'm gonna guess what date and time is this gonna happen. Okay, as you've seen before, as we went through every single one of these times and these dates, that what kind of been happening? Well, guess what? I think consistently kind of happening with these ETBs is typically been that Thursday or that Friday before the set comes out. So March 28th is when the Journey Together official release date is. Okay, so a week or so prior, I'd say Thursday or Friday. I've seen them do this on Wednesday too. Me personally, what I'm going to be doing is for the next 2 to 3 weeks until Journey Together comes officially out, I'm going to be on the Pokemon Center at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me personally, for Pacific Standard Time, it's 6 a.m. I'm sorry for y'all. I'm sorry. Then 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, those are the 2 times y'all are going to want to look out for. That is what we've kind of seen so far. And so there's another disclaimer that I should have made earlier in this video, but Pokemon, I would have to say this, Pokemon Center has been doing some really weird drops recently. So if y'all don't know, Journey Together Pokemon Center ETBs, the second wave of them came out, I think around, I want to say 3:15 on like a Tuesday or something like that, or like a Wednesday, I think it was. It was a really weird time and a really weird date. So like I said, I'm not 100% sure what is going to be happening here, what date these are going to be released, and what time like that. I'm just kind of making an assumption here and going based off of past results. But like we all know, past results do not predict future games or something like that, whatever like that. You know what I mean? Like that, whatever kind of wording people say. So I just kind of want to say that. So I want to cover myself like that, make sure like that. But I would have to say this though, like I said, I'm gonna say, if I want to suggest you to do, there's a couple people in my comments saying like, hey, every single day for like the last month or ever since March kind of happened, they've been checking the Pokemon Center every single day at those 2 times that I've been telling you, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I would have to say this as well. So for the last couple of sets, at least I know for Journey Together, it got announced on here on the Pokemon Center, I guess official X page or whatever like that. It got announced on here at 9 a.m. but they came up on the Pokemon Center website at I think like 8:45, I want to say around 8:40, around there. So you had about a 20-minute period of window before an absolute massive ton of people kind of happened like this and got it on the website. I would have to say this, if you're going to be looking at these times of the 9 a.m. and 12 p.m, look about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes before the time kind of comes on. Make sure you go to the Pokemon Center. I would suggest you to look up Destined Rivals and then go onto that website and look up the ETB. You'll probably be seeing it, and they'll probably have an announcement on their page or something like that. So go before they announce it. You want to get, the main thing that I'm going to say here is you want to get onto that website before Pokemon TCG and official pages start letting that information out. Because why do I say that? Because a lot of people have this information on here, and a lot of people know Pokemon TCG, their official X page, announces this. And that's another thing that I want to say. Now we're going to get into the tips and tricks to kind of how to go about this and the best way to go about this whenever this comes out. Because whenever this time comes out and these date comes up, you have to be ready like this. You have to be ready for this, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but you have to be. So I'm gonna give y'all some tips and tricks. First off, I want to say, what page have I been looking at and getting all this information from? The Pokemon TCG official X page. Make sure you go to them, follow their page, and put the notifications on, okay? Make sure you do that, because whenever this set gets announced, at least you'll be able to be like, hey, if I'm wrong with these dates and stuff like that, and I might not be 100% right, at least you know from them what dates they're gonna be coming out and everything like that, so you'll be ready to go onto the page and do it, okay? So at least you'll have a chance here. The other thing I have to say though is the queuing system that Pokemon Center kind of has right now is really good. So if you kind of get there whenever this gets announced, you have to be ready for it. It is early in the morning and stuff like that. Whenever these kind of happen, you have to be ready for this website to kind of, you have to be ready to go and on there. So another couple of tips that I would have to give to you. One, whenever you are on your phone or like that, I'm guessing I use Safari because I'm on iPhone and stuff like that. I don't know what Android uses, I guess Google Chrome or whatever like that. Make sure you open up a tab specifically for the Pokemon Center on your page, on your kind of, I guess, Safari zone or your Google Chrome, whatever like that. Make sure you are pulling up the Pokemon Center official website, okay? Make sure you are pulling up this official website and make sure you are logged in, okay? I know for my Safari zone on my phone, it keeps me logged in and everything like that. And also another thing I have to say is keep your credit card information or your card information, whatever you are going to be using, make sure you keep that nearby, because whenever this gets released, you have to, it's going to be a timely thing where you got to go boom 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 boom. You got to go as fast as you can to get these. They will probably be a limit of, I would say, 1 or 2 per person. It is going to be rough. It's not going to be easy. We're going to have to see what really happens here. But I'm going to tell you that. And like I said, what date and what time do I think it's going to come out? I personally think the 20th or the 21st, honestly, if I have to say that. Or it might be the 13th or the 14th. I would have to say it's one of these 4 dates. I think personally, like I said, for this whole entire week. And here's another kind of tip and trick that I have to say though. The closer that we get to Journey Together coming out, the more kind of I guess easier you'll be able to tell a date that this will be released. Okay, that's what I would have to say though. So we'll have to see what really happens here. I just kind of want to put this information out as soon as I possibly can and be able to make y'all aware of this and see if y'all can get this. It's gonna be hard. All I have to say is good luck. I hopefully all this information kind of helped you out and put the best foot for you to go forward with this, and hopefully it helps. Like I said, personally, I think March 20th, March 21st, I think will be the release dates. Like I said, I think as well, you would have to look at the 13th of this week and the 14th of this week. It might not happen. It might happen. Like I said, through the times that we've seen with the most recent kind of Pokemon Center ETBs getting announced, or the sets getting announced from English version, like officially getting revealed for the English version, you would have to be able to, it was like a week prior or stuff like that. It was either the Thursday or the Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So have to remember those dates, remember those times. If, like I said, I might be wrong with this. I don't know if I will be. Like I said, I've gotten one right so far. We might get another one. Just be prepared for this. Like I said, the tips and tricks I would have to say. Make sure you log on to the Pokemon Center website. Make sure you're following the Pokemon Center. Make sure you're following the Pokemon TCG X page. And another thing I would have to say though, if I would suggest you to get in some Discords. Get in some Discord. It does not have to be any of the paid ones or anything like that. There's free Discords to get out there. Make sure you are getting in Discords with at least, I say, 1,000+ people. Why am I telling you to get in Discords like that? Because at least you will not be the only person that knows about this and kind of looking for this. And typically what I've seen in the places in the Discords that I'm in right now, people typically put out this information being like, hey, here they are, they're up right now. You have a lot of different people, a lot of different times and stuff like that. They're on the websites and stuff like that and have different pings and stuff like that. You mean like that? You don't have to pay for this, but try to find the best one you can, best Discord you can to get into. I would highly suggest that. And the other thing I'd have to say is good luck. This is going to be a Pokemon Center ETB that you're going to want to get. I don't want to create FOMO with this, but it's going to be a Pokemon Center ETB you're going to want to get. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully I kind of put everything I put out there, hopefully, and at the same time this is a free video. I do not charge y'all for anything in this. I just like people being able to get it, because whenever I put that video out about Journey Together, that day was absolutely amazing to me. It really was, because like I've seen so many people being able to get that, and people were like so happy about it, getting it. It felt like it was another feeling that I've never felt before. It was crazy. You mean like that? So hopefully this helps everybody get it. I just put out as much information as I can. Hopefully everything made sense to you. If I'm wrong, we'll have to see what happens. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all think. See you on the next one.